Hello everyone, he is the main antagonist of Pokemon Ruby, leading the infamous Team Magma. By attempting to awaken Groudon, he causes chaos in Hoenn until the final battle between the two legendary Pokemon of the third generation. Today, we will embody Maxie to see if, after his confrontation with Groudon, he could have defeated the Hoenn League. He faces the player multiple times, and we will take his final team from the Space Center. His first Pokemon is a level 43 Crobat with 2 flying attacks, Wing Attack and Air Cutter. Already, we see a very mediocre moveset, but hey, it's kind of the trademark of teams in Pokemon games. The next Pokemon is Camerupt, Maxie's signature Pokemon. At level 44, it has Rock Slide and the excellent move Earthquake, which can hit almost all Pokemon. Additionally, it has Takedown to complete its moveset. Finally, because there are only 3 Pokemon in this team, Mightyena is the ultimate Pokemon. The Hyena Dog has Swagger, which could be useful against Pokemon that attack specially, but that's about it. Taunt could have been useful if it worked like in future generations, but here it only lasts for 2 turns, while Takedown is the only attacking move, making it ineffective against Ghost types. So, we can embark on the conquest of the Hoenn League, and the first trainer is Sydney with his Dark-type Pokemon. The first duel is between 2 Mightyenas, since the council member also has one, but at a higher level. This already becomes a problem because as you can see here, the first Pokemon of the league is level 46, while ours is level 42. He attacks first with Sand Attack, and we attempt a Swagger that unfortunately fails. It starts rather poorly, especially since we take a Double Edge right after. And even if we succeed in our attack, it's double-edged because we increase the opponent's attack while giving him a confusion debuff. Since we lost some accuracy and don't have a powerful attack, we bring out another Pokemon, Camerupt, to finish off the opponent's Pokemon with Earthquake, potentially one-shotting it. The opposing trainer then brings in Groudon, much to our dismay. Surf is quite obvious in this case, so we bring back Mightyena, but unfortunately, its ability doesn't work against Groudon since it has an ability that counters ours, 100% Mind Game. So, Surf hits us directly with a critical hit, and we are KO'd. We bring out Crobat, which also tries to confuse the opponent with an attack that succeeds, preventing him from attacking. It's time to spam attacks to get rid of this giant crab and progress through the league. 2 hits land, but unfortunately, it's also what Groudon needs to knock us out with 2 simple Surf attacks. Back to the bag to send out our last Pokemon, Camerupt. We attempt an Earthquake, but unfortunately Surf is quadruple effective, so we are KO'd and it's back to the Pokemon Center. This trainer is impossible to beat with Maxie's current team. Even if Groudon falls in a rare case, there are still 2 grass Pokemon left, and Camerupt lacks a Fire-type move, which is a real handicap given its good special attack. So, you might be wondering why the video is still this long, if the challenge is clearly impossible. Well, the answer is simple. There's going to be a second challenge, this time in an alternate dimension where Maxie, having awakened Groudon, can capture it with the Master Ball in his hideout. So he almost conquered the world, and he will be at the Hoenn League with his traditional team and a level 45 Groudon, as in Pokemon Ruby. In addition to having crazy stats, since it's a legendary Pokemon, this one has insane moves, including Earthquake with 100% accuracy, Fire Blast, which, thanks to its Drought ability, gets a significant power boost, and Bulk Up, a boosting move that increases both its defense and attack, making it a powerhouse once set up. It's not yet Primal Groudon, but in these games, it's not far off, so we can restart the battle against Sydney with our Mightyena. We switch directly to Crobat to use an attack that confuses the opponent, but due to a series of sand attacks, our cunning plan fails, so we bring back Mightyena to lower the opponent's attack again. We can then use Swagger to increase its attack back to normal and confuse it. The tactic fails miserably, as the Pokemon still manages to attack and KO us. It doesn't matter. The goal was to bring in Groudon safely, which is now at the mercy of the opponent's Mightyena. A single Earthquake finishes the opponent's Pokemon. Groudon comes next, and again we can deal massive damage with one attack, though not finishing it off. We take a Surf hit, but the Sun reduces its power by half. We take it down in 2 hits and move on to the next Pokemon Cacturn, a grass type, perfect for us, as Fire Blast can turn it into a barbecue. Shiftry is called in and receives the same treatment. Finally, we face Absol, the trainer's best Pokemon. Our 150 power attack leaves it in the red, allowing it to strike back with Slash and finish Groudon. But we have other Pokemon for that, so we send in Crobat, whose Flying Stab finishes the injured beast. The first trainer is down, and Maxie's world domination, conquest of the Hoenn League, seems promising, highlighting the hero's actions in Pokemon Ruby or Emerald. If Maxie ranks low on the tier list, Maxie with Groudon can advance and challenge the current league. We then move to the second room, where Phoebe awaits with her Ghost-type Pokemon. Her first Pokemon is Dusclops, and since it always starts with Protect, we can bring in Groudon safely and boost with Bulk Up. An Earthquake almost knocks out Dusclops, so we boost again to ensure one-hit KOs. The first Pokemon is down, then another Dusclops follows. close. Another earthquake and it's out. Banette comes in next. We switch to Fire Blast, and when it hits, we even get a burn, which is always nice. We boost while the burn whittles down the haunted doll. Our attack is now high enough to face Sably, and a single earthquake suggests it reconsider its existence, maybe with a mega evolution. Finally, another Banette comes in, and one more earthquake sweeps it away. 2 trainers down, Groudon steals the show, but the next trainer is known for powerful attackers and types that counter our legendary Pokemon and the rest of our team, except perhaps Mightyena, which I remind you is utterly useless in this video. So, when we face Glacia, we start with Mightyena using Taunt to prevent Hail. We also use Swagger to increase its attack and confuse it, allowing us to bring in Groudon safely and set up the Sun. If Cialeo misses its attack, we still have Bulk Up to boost our attack and defense, allowing a simple Earthquake to finish it off. Glalie comes in, and a 300 power Earthquake is stronger than a 120 power Fire Blast, so we finish off the level 50 Glalie. Another Cialeo, even at a higher level, can't withstand the attack. Groudon is too strong, sweeping the rest of the team, including another Glalie and finally Walrein. This Pokemon has the durability to resist our Earthquake, but Groudon isn't out of tricks and can also withstand Walrein's attacks. The Elite Four member tries everything to keep her Pokemon healthy, but we keep pounding, and with 100% accuracy, victory is assured after 2 heals. 3 Elite Four members down, a remarkable performance for a single Pokemon, as the other members of Maxie's team have been useless so far. Maybe that's why we can beat the boss of Team Magma, who now opens the doors to the 4th room and Drake's Dragon Pokemon, because Dragon and Drake sound similar. Great job naming the characters in this game. The battle starts with Shelgon against Mightyena. We use our lead's attacks to weaken the opponent, not in HP, but in limiting its attacks. The tactic works well so far, as Shelgon's HP is in the orange when we send out Groudon, finishing the dragon with 1 Earthquake. Kingdra is sent out to counter us, and with Surf, it hits hard while we boost. We start attacking with Earthquake while it boosts as well. Our attack isn't a one-shot, so we take a second Surf, leaving us with 22 GP for the next Pokemon. It's not enough to win our duel, and Altaria finishes us off. We bring in Camerupt with Rock Slide, which fortunately hits. We lose a lot of HP in the process, but Camerupt wins the duel before facing Flygon. I've always liked this Pokemon as it looks cool and can't be hit by electric or ground moves. Unsurprisingly, it finishes us with Dragon Breath. We bring in Crobat, hoping for a miracle. And what a miracle. With Confuse Ray, we confuse the opponent, who can't attack several times while we use Wing Attack, and to everyone's amazement, Crobat defeats Flygon. The battle isn't over, but this deserves a spot in the Pokemon League annals. Finally, Salamence arrives, and we try the same trick with Confuse Ray. It seems to work at first, but an unexpected Rock Slide doesn't KO us. We still have a chance, but we can't take any more hits, and soon we're knocked out, confirming our defeat. While it might seem that with better tactics, the battle against the Dragon Master could be possible, it isn't. I tried everything, starting with Groudon against Shelgon and boosting, but Kingdra is too strong, and there's little chance of avoiding a Rock Tomb at the start, which lowers our speed. The challenge ends here for Maxie, who still didn't disgrace himself in the parallel world where he succeeds, existing thanks to battles in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I hope you enjoyed this series of battles and are ready for the next trainer who seems obvious for next week. If you haven't already, I warmly recommend subscribing and leaving a comment to see if you think next week's trainer will succeed. See you soon for new adventures. Au revoir!